Operative Graves reporting in. Researcher, we have some promising news. TACnet and Radcom have been non-stop poring over leads for possible whereabouts of 05-8, the Effaced, after the interrogation of 05-6. Thankfully, their hard work has paid off. After weeks of chasing false testimonies and dead ends, the Chaos Insurgency has finally located 05-8, although in a place that technically shouldn't exist. 05-8 is in an office suite suspended inside a temporal dead zone beneath the ruins of Site-13. The door to it manifests only for 43 seconds every 11 hours, always in a different hallway, always preceded by a low-frequency hum that tastes of copper. Delta Command is initiating a joint operation, Operation Domine Regnum, with Chaos Team New 19, No More Kings, to bring in 05-8 alive. With the mission set to unfold inside the remains of Site-13, the threat level is beyond extreme. Everyone involved remembers what happened there, and what that place still tries to do to people. That's all the intel we have for now, researcher. Take a seat. I'll access the archive. Today we're covering SCP-8387. Level 1, Unrestricted. Containment Class, Safe. Disruption Class, Keneq. Risk Class, Warning. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-8387 is to be contained in Chamber 23 of Site-67. The containment chamber must be paired with an observation room and a Scranton Reality Anchor, SRA, attached to the ceiling. No musical instruments or any devices capable of audio playback are permitted in the containment chamber, except during tests. The SRA must undergo monthly maintenance. No testing is allowed during this period. Before any tests regarding SCP-8387 is scheduled, all songs to be played during the testing period must be approved in advance and clearly documented. D-Class participants in the experiment should be capable of performing the music to an adequate level. Should no suitable D-Class be available, any D-Class with musical aptitude is permitted to be trained in drumming to a level dependent on the testing requirements. During tests, the main SRA must be deactivated remotely. Meanwhile, the secondary SRA must be reactivated to reduce SCP-8387's area of effect around the containment chamber. At least 4 security personnel must enter the SCP-8387 containment area. In the event of a security flaw, the SRA must be reactivated from the observation room. Description: SCP-8387 is a drum kit created by Entertainer's Inventory. The drum kit is composed of a bass drum, a snare drum, a floor tom, a high tom, a mid tom, 3 crash cymbals, a hi-hat, and a ride cymbal. SCP-8387 is capable of modifying reality within a maximum radius of 2 kilometers. While any song is played on the drum kit, depending on the themes, lyrics, and media connected to the song, if it has any of these elements, SCP-8387 will alter the surrounding environment in a manner that mirrors the characteristics previously mentioned of the music, initiating a sequence of specific events, including the creation of living beings, designated as SCP-8387-1. SCP-8387's effects remain in place during the duration of the song and after it. The only way to remove those effects is through the use of reality-bending objects such as SRAs. When a song is used on SCP-8387, there's a possibility that, depending on the themes of the song, SCP-8387-1 instances will be created. Those instances do not appear to be sentient, and instead follow the same themes present in the song, and both the physical structure and behavior of these instances vary from song to song. SCP-8387-1 instances, depending on the song played on SCP-8387, are often physically superior and hostile towards humans. SCP-8387-1 instances present a wide range of potentially catastrophic anomalous properties, which happens only thanks to the song's support and manipulation of SCP-8387-1 instances, and immediate action should be taken to terminate them. SCP-8387-1 instances present only skin as a biological component, but they don't present any health problems besides the absence of sentience. Addendum 8387.1 Discovery. SCP-8387 was discovered on 12/09/2023. A Foundation satellite located and tracked numerous reality alterations in the area of Saratoga, San Jose. MTF Lambda 5, White Rabbits, Reconnaissance Squad tracked the origin of the anomalous occurrence, while other Foundation forces evacuated and restricted access to the area to minimize victims. After reconnaissance, it has been confirmed that at least 17 people were killed by SCP-8387-1 instances during the event. At the center of the anomalous occurrence, Lambda 5 operatives found 4 uninjured POI hidden in the same house where SCP-8387 was located. The POI were POI number 1, Robert Wooler; POI number 2, Alan Foxall; POI number 3, Samantha Iron; POI number 4, Roy April. After SCP-8387's effects were nullified with SRAs, the 4 POIs were sent to Site-67 for interrogation about SCP-8387. Any communication about SCP-8387 taking place outside 67 was blocked. Every media post about the incident was blocked from publishing or deleted, and the citizens of Saratoga were administered Class A amnestics. All the instruments of the POI were brought to Site-67 to analyze them with an anomalous scanner, Type 51G, to see which of them was anomalous. It was later discovered through the scanner that SCP-8387 has a level of 5 Hume. Addendum 8387.2 Exploration Log. Soon after the discovery of SCP-8387, the Foundation sent a reconnaissance team, MTF Lambda 5, White Rabbits, led by Commander Blood, to analyze the houses of every POI connected to SCP-8387 to see if there was additional information about the anomaly and its origin. Exploration Video Log Transcript. Date 12/09/2023. 1851. Exploration Team: MTF Lambda 5, White Rabbits, Reconnaissance Team of Squad Number 08, Jumpin' Jammers. Subject: Saratoga, San Jose. Team Lead: Commander Blood, Codename: Hammer. Team Members: Lieutenant Knudsen, Codename: Timer. Operative Yax, Codename: Tripwire. Cadet Vice, Codename: Radio. Begin Log. Hammer: This is Hammer, standing by. Timer: This is Timer, ready for duty. Tripwire: This is Tripwire. Your command, sir. Radio: This is Radio. I'm ready. Hammer, can you please explain the plan again? I don't want to commit any mistakes. Hammer: As you can see, young Radio, we are all separated. Each of us will inspect the house of every POI connected to the original incident. Timer: Hammer, is it true that other Foundation operatives reduced the spreading area of SCP-8387? I'm afraid of the fact that we may find SCP-8387-1 instances. A reconnaissance team found a body in brutal conditions. The instances tore apart both of his legs, and his body was loaded with bullets. Hammer: That is correct, Timer. In fact, I give you all commands to activate your SRA drones. There is still a possibility that hostile instances will be encountered as we search for proof and information. Fortunately, the town has been evacuated, so we don't have to worry about possible victims. Tripwire: Roger, I'm going in. We'll regroup at the intersection of Saratoga Avenue and Fruitvale Avenue, near Saratoga's library, and we'll consolidate all the valuable information. Hammer: At least you read the plan, Tripwire. Let's go, soldiers. All members of the reconnaissance team inspect each house in the POI. This is the following order of inspection. Commander Blood, Robert Wooler, POI number 1. Lieutenant Knudsen, Alan Foxall, POI number 2. Operative Yax, Samantha Iron, POI number 3. Cadet Vice, Roy April, POI number 4. Timer: This is Timer, waiting for updates. Found anything yet in the houses? Hammer: Negative. I couldn't find much. The only valuable information is something on his PC, a post made online by Alan Foxall, which states that he's searching for crew members to form a rock band. They then had direct contact between all of them. They did mention the drum kit, which is confirmed to be the anomaly by Site-67 personnel, but nothing else. Additionally, it appears they have been arguing frequently over the last few days. Tripwire. That's the same for me. Hammer. I couldn't find anything really related to SCP-8387, but I did find something terrifying. A body near the house was completely burned to a crisp. This is an SCP-8387-1 instance is doing, and I still have no idea what these psychopaths are capable of. Tripwire. Anyway, how's the situation there? Timer? Timer? Timer. Can you be quiet for a bit, Tripwire? I think I heard some footsteps, probably SCP-8387 instances. Anyway, I did in fact get the same results as you. Hammer. What about you, Radio? Radio. Hold up, I'm verifying. Yes, I did find something else. Hammer. Wonderful. What is it? Radio. I found a Discord chat between Roy April and a certain Edward Rufy. It seems that he wanted to sell something to Roy. We'll ensure that the POIs are interviewed at Site-67. We can't rush things, but we need to bring those proofs with us. Timer. Alright, it seems those instances got away. I think we can all head back to Site-67. Hammer. Affirmative, Timer. Let's meet at our point of encounter, gather all the information, and wait for the helicopter. End log. Note: the Discord exchange between Roy April and Edward Rufy was put under this exploration log since it's the only proof that directly relates to SCP-8387. The respective usernames for the two POIs were The Cracker Master, Roy April; Ed, Professional Shitstormer, Edward Rufy. Private chat between the Cracker Master and Ed, Professional Shitstorm. Yo, hey Roy, how you doing? What's up, Ed? It's been a while. I can say it's not been the best time of my 20s. How are you doing instead? I finally got a job. I couldn't find shit in LA until now. Cool. In fact, the company is pretty new. But I have to follow a rule in which I have to reach a quota of selling per month, or they fire me. What is this, a lethal company? Yeah, dick move. Also, what is the name of this company? Entertainer's Inventory, something like that. I don't even know the full policy, they're secretive AF. Anyway, you haven't told me anything about yourself. Well, I found a new rock band in my town, and I decided to give it a try. They're really talented. But we aren't doing shit. Damn. We can't decide on what we actually are going to do, and we aren't even trying to release a song. Even though we made countless. We are so uncoordinated. I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Still, I need you to do a big favor. What is it? I need to sell something, you know. So, I have an offer since you're a drummer. I can give you a new drum kit that we just released. You can pay it 30 days after we send it, alright? Well, I probably need a new drum kit, but if my band doesn't do anything, I might just do solo covers on YouTube. It's a deal then. Send me the package. Thanks, Roy. You just saved my ass. Hey, it's the least I can do. You're my best buddy after all. Addendum 8387.3 Interview. On 14/09/2023, Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington, Head Researcher of SCP-8387, decided to interview the 4 POI connected to the incident and determine who was responsible for the event. Interview with POI Number 1. Interviewed: Robert Wooler, POI Number 1. Interviewer: Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington. Forward. The objective is to verify and analyze if the POI is directly connected to SCP-8387 and the original incident. Begin log 2136. Researcher Wellington. Mr. Wooler, can you please describe to me what you know about SCP-8387, or the drum kit, if you want to say it like that? POI Number 1. Nuh-uh. Why the fuck should I? You're the ones who are experts in this sector, and don't even get me started on the way you act and organize. That's why I don't trust almost anything, not even my friends. Robert Wooler quotes the word friends with his fingers. Researcher Wellington sighs. Researcher Wellington. Please maintain a good attitude. We're trying to cooperate. You know what you saw that day. And all I'm asking is what exactly happened. Researcher Wellington pauses. Researcher Wellington. So, tell me, do you know who sent you the drum kit? POI number 1. No, I didn't know anything about that drum kit. Matter of fact, I wanted to leave the group. I wasn't interested at all. We were so uncoordinated on what we wanted to do that at one point, I realized that sticking with those guys was a waste of time. Researcher Wellington. Mr. Wooler, this response is too vague to be registered. Tell me, what do you know about your friends? Are they connected to SCP-8387 in some way? POI number 1. Where can I start? Robert Wooler pauses. POI number 1. They're all a bunch of idiots. I was interested in them at first. In fact, they gave me the possibility to do something in my 20s. However, I realized that they couldn't do shit. Anyway, about the drum kit, which you think is the source of that bullshit that happened 2 days ago. I think it was Roy himself. That fat-ass idiot. Researcher Wellington. Interesting. Researcher Wellington takes notes on his tablet. Researcher Wellington. Do you think that Roy knew about SCP-8387's effects? POI number 1. Nope, not really. He recently talked about that drum kit only 1 day ago, before everything that happened next. He talked about a friend who worked for Entertainer's Inventory, which also has a stupid name for a company. I tried to look it up on Google, but there was nothing. I thought he was fooling me and the other two. Researcher Wellington. Well, this can be useful. Thank you, Mr. Wooler. End of the interview. End log. Closing statement. Little to no information was obtained about SCP-8387's original incident and the connections between the POI and SCP-8387. Robert Wooler refused to provide any information about SCP-8387 to any other Foundation personnel. A psychologist later interviewed him to check his mental state. Interview with POI number 2. Interviewed, Alan Foxall, POI number 2. Forward, same objective as the previous interview. Begin log, 2202. Researcher Wellington. Mr. Foxall, you may come in. Alan Foxall brings in numerous piles of paper and sits down. POI number 2. Sir, I swear on my entire bloodline, I'm everything except connected to all of this. Researcher Wellington. Wow, that's... Researcher Wellington adjusts his glasses. Researcher Wellington. A big pile of paper. Why'd you bring it in? POI number 2. Well, sir, I had permission from your coworkers. I made it so that I could prove my innocence in all of this. Researcher Wellington. We are not the police, but it's a good thing that you at least understand the gravity of the situation. So, first of all, did you know if any of your friends were up to something? Did you know what they did in the past? If they ever did something? POI number 2. No, sir, I can prove to you that right here. Alan Foxall takes out pieces of paper and his phone. POI number 2. Don't worry, I didn't expose any of your secrets. If I did, I'd probably be dead by now. Alan Foxall chuckles, then he pauses. POI number 2. Anyway, here's the story. Like a month ago, I made a post on Reddit searching for people who would work as a rock band near my area. I wanted to be known only around my town, but it wasn't a good strategy. Researcher Wellington. And what do you mean by it wasn't a good strategy? POI number 2. Everyone started arguing about what we were going to do, and I thought it was over, that I couldn't create a rock band. Researcher Wellington. Good enough. I still want to know about SCP-8387. What do you know about the anomaly? Do you know who created and sold SCP-8387? POI number 2. Well, I don't know who built it, but I know who sold it. Alan Foxall takes out a paper. POI number 2. Here, I wrote everything that I know about that drum kit. A friend of Roy gave him the free sample of this drum kit. But when we played one of our songs, there was no honor. Hell started.
Somehow, everything around us became darker. I heard gunshots, screams. It was strange, but also horrifying.
Researcher Wellington.
Okay, this is enough information. End of the interview.
POI number 2.
Thank you so much, sir. I was scared of the fact that I would get in so much trouble.
End log. Closing statement. All the information given by Alan Foxhole was later verified and confirmed by the Intelligence Department. The documents were later archived in Site-67 storage. Interview to POI number 3. Interviewed, Samantha Iron, POI number 3. Forward, same objective as the previous interview. Begin log, 22:31. Researcher Wellington.
Miss Iron, you may come in.
POI number 3.
Thanks.
Samantha Iron sits in front of Researcher Wellington and lowers her head. Researcher Wellington.
Hey, look at me. If we can collaborate, we can end this quickly and end the interview. Tell me, what exactly happened on that day? From what one of your friends told me, you were playing a song called There Is No Honor, and suddenly the incident occurred.
POI number 3.
That's correct, sir.
Samantha Iron pauses. POI number 3.
I don't know how that happened. I was so confused.
Researcher Wellington.
Can you please describe to me what the themes of the song were? By hearing that title and connecting the discovery reports, I formulated a hypothesis that would make things a lot easier.
POI number 3.
The themes?
POI number 3. Samantha Iron pauses. POI number 3.
Well, it was about how the law is useless now, and that, one day, crime will reign like no other.
Samantha Iron starts to tear up. POI number 3.
Please, let me leave. I just wanted some friends. Not all of this.
Researcher Wellington.
Please, relax, Miss Iron. So, with this, my hypothesis is confirmed.
Researcher Wellington notes everything on his tablet and pauses. Researcher Wellington.
You gave us crucial information. End of the interview.
End log. Closing statement. Senior researcher Jeremy Wellington's hypothesis was registered in the SCP-8387 file. Samantha Iron was later brought to Site-67's courtyard to calm her down. Interview to POI number 4. Interviewed, Roy April, POI number 4. Forward, same objective as the previous interview. Begin log, 22:58. Researcher Wellington.
Mr. April, we already interviewed all of your friends, and all of their responses connect specifically to you. Please explain to me what you know about SCP-8387.
Roy April sits down. POI number 4.
Oh, I can't tell. Strangely, the day I used that drum kit, everything that I saw happened. I still don't know how that's possible.
Researcher Wellington.
You do know that your friend works for Entertainer's Inventory, don't you? Can you confirm that?
POI number 4.
What did you do to find out this? I had my phone with me the whole time. You know what? I won't question that. You are scientists anyway.
POI number 4.
My friend Edward works in this company, but he doesn't know what they do. He works as an online seller, but I've never seen the industry online. I think they're brand new.
Researcher Wellington sighs. Researcher Wellington.
So, even if you have contacts in the company, you don't know anything else about what they do.
POI number 4.
Yes, if you put it in that way. Anyway, Edward offered me the drum kit and I accepted because he said he needs that job. Then, I already told you that part of the story.
Researcher Wellington.
You knew nothing about this organization and you still accepted the deal. I can't blame you anyway. You had no idea what could have happened.
POI number 4.
Yeah, I was unaware of this. But since he's my best friend, I trusted him.
Researcher Wellington places his tablet on the table. Researcher Wellington.
You know what? Forget it. Let's change the topic.
He takes off his glasses and cleans them. Researcher Wellington.
So, what can you tell me about your friends? I also need your point of view.
POI number 4.
Well, I would have liked to make them friends and start a possible career with them, but all things went south, and it's also my fault.
Roy April pauses. POI number 4.
But please let them go. I may not have started a friendship with them, but they're innocent in all of this. If you want to incriminate someone, it's me. If what you say is true about the drum kit, then I'm guilty, even though I didn't know what I could have caused.
Researcher Wellington stays silent. Researcher Wellington.
I don't need to add anything else. End of the interview. But tell your friends that we still need to make final decisions about you.
End log. Closing statement. All the previous information was reconfirmed by Roy April, but new data was added to the incident's origin. All of Foundation's personnel studying SCP-8387, except for senior researcher Jeremy Wellington, are planning to keep Roy April in Site-67 for further interrogations, while the rest of the POI are to be released after they've been administered Class A amnestics. Addendum 8387.4. Recording. On 15/09/2023, Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington requested to meet with the Site Director of Site-67, William Larn, to talk about the results of the interviews with the POI connected to SCP-8387 and the following events. Video log, Director's Office, Camera 01. Date, 15/09/2023, 12:25. Note: the encounter was originally scheduled for the Site Director due to a series of requests made by the POI connected to SCP-8387. Begin log. Researcher Wellington enters the Director's office and sits down. He has 3 letters in his hand. Director Larn.
You wanted to meet me, Researcher Wellington.
Researcher Wellington.
Yes, Director. It is about SCP-8387. Specifically the interviews we conducted with individuals connected to the event that led to its discovery.
Director Larn.
Yes, I remember that. One of your coworkers recently sent me the report. Something else happened after the interviews.
Director Larn starts reading the docs. Director Larn.
Is it about the vote of who's the least innocent? Am I right?
Researcher Wellington chuckles. Researcher Wellington.
Your intuitive sense never changes, Director. Yes, I thought that no one had any idea of what they were doing. They are just kids with a dream. But even if you're a head researcher, everyone's opinion matters.
Director Larn.
What decision did they take?
Researcher Wellington.
Only Roy April, the drummer of the group, will remain on site for further investigation, while the rest were to be amnesticized, but...
Researcher Wellington pauses. Director Larn.
But...
Researcher Wellington.
They refused the amnestics and wanted to stay here. They won't leave until Roy comes with them. They also filed some requests right here.
Researcher Wellington hands over 3 pieces of paper. Let my damn fatso get out of there. Look, I don't care if you're a secret organization. You're committing a crime by keeping Roy here. Even if I don't know him very well, I still want him out. Robert Wooler. Roy deserves better. Even if things don't go very well between all of us, we still care for each other's well-being. And that's human, unlike you. I created this group to fulfill the dreams of people that I didn't even know. All I'm asking for is a little more respect for him, and maybe what happened in these days will make us a better group. Alan Foxell. I want Roy back. Look, I already had my problems in the past. I'm still recovering from what happened a few days ago, and I don't want something worse to happen next. All I ever wanted was to have some friends, and even though we all have flaws, I like how we were getting along until a week ago. You already know what to do. Samantha Iron. Director Lawrence stays silent. Then he lays the paper on the desk. Director Larn.
How did they find out about this? About the fact that Roy April will stay here for a little longer?
Researcher Wellington.
I told them. They had to know. Even if I know how we act at the Foundation, I can't just give amnestics to some people and make them forget one of their friends.
Director Larn.
Wellington, listen. I understand how you're feeling right now, and I accept that. But you have responsibilities.
Researcher Wellington.
I saw how they were living these last few days, and I have the proof. The least I can do is unite them as a group. I will take full responsibility for the 4 POI and keep them under constant supervision. They want to be friends, but they can't get along with each other.
Director Lauren sighs. Director Lauren.
Well, I must say, you have a degree in social studies, and you are one of the best psychologists of Site-67. I think I can make you do something about this.
Researcher Wellington.
I appreciate your faith in me, Director. The fact is that I feel sorry for them. They never wanted any of this. And I genuinely want to help them in any way I can. After all, they're just kids.
Director Lauren.
But we still have to obtain information about SCP-8387. I want you to not only direct the study of SCP-8387, but also control these kids. Since they have some connections, they can give you a hand. But this is a job for the Intelligence Department, so keep them supervised. When you finish studying the anomaly, give them Class A amnestics.
Director Lauren adjusts the files. Researcher Wellington.
Thank you, sir. I won't disappoint you.
Researcher Wellington gets interrupted by Director Lauren. Director Lauren.
Also, I know you're interested in them since you're a rock maniac.
Director Lauren laughs. End log. Addendum 8387.5. Interview. On 30/09/2023, Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington participated in the interview project of the POI connected to SCP-8387. Interviewed: Samantha Iron, POI number 3. Interviewer: Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington. Forward: the objective of the interview was to analyze the psychological condition of the POI. Begin log 1521. Researcher Wellington sits in front of Samantha Williams. Researcher Wellington.
Hello, Miss Iron. It's been a while since we last met. Let me know how these days were at the Foundation.
POI number 3.
Well, let's say I actually had fun here, all thanks to the other 3.
Researcher Wellington.
Are you referring to the other POIs that are currently held at the Foundation?
POI number 3.
If I understand what you are saying, yes.
Researcher Wellington.
Can you tell me how you got along?
POI number 3.
If I can say something for sure, it is that...
Samantha Iron covers her face with her hands. POI number 3.
I finally won't see my family for a while, but I won't tell you the full story.
Researcher Wellington.
I see.
POI number 3.
So about Roy, Alan, and Robert, I really like them. They really helped me achieve something I wanted to do for years.
Samantha Iron pauses. POI number 3.
And they're treating me well. We spend most of our days basically doing nothing here, but we always stick together.
Researcher Wellington takes notes on his tablet. Researcher Wellington.
I'm pleased to see you getting along.
POI number 3.
Thank you, Mr. Wellington. But I'm still a little concerned about what your coworkers are doing.
Researcher Wellington.
Well, you don't work for the Foundation, so you don't have to worry about all of that.
POI number 3.
Yeah, it's reasonable enough. I'm creating non-existent problems.
Samantha Iron chuckles. Researcher Wellington.
I don't need to keep you here that long. End of the interview.
End log. Closing statement. Samantha Iron was later brought to the other POI in the cafeteria of Site-67. Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington discussed with his coworkers to verify whether what Samantha Iron had talked about was true. Addendum 8387.6. Experiment log. On 20/09/2023, Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington, with the assistance of Junior Researcher Alina Stone, started an experiment on SCP-8387. Checkout pretest 8387.FA1. Personnel: Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington and Junior Researcher Alina Stone. Equipment: an anomalous scanner Type 51G. Protocol: Researcher Wellington used this scanner on SCP-8387 to analyze if it had unknown anomalous characteristics before testing. Result: SCP-8387 didn't present any anomalous characteristics besides what was currently known. Incident: none to report. Test: 8387.FA1. Personnel: Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington, Junior Researcher Alina Stone, D-2194, and 4 security personnel. Equipment: a control panel, a stereo with the song There Is No Honor, and the main and secondary SRAs. Protocol: Researcher Wellington turns on the stereo,
deactivates the main SRA and activates the secondary SRAs. D-2194 started playing on the drum kit. Result: SCP-8387 created a scenery that follows the song's lyrics and themes in the containment chamber, identical to the incident at Saratoga on 12/09/2023. Mud started spreading on the walls, the pavement transformed into dirt, stained with blood, and numerous illegal and harmful products, such as guns and drugs, got created on the floor. However, no SCP-8387-1 instances were created because there wasn't enough space to start the creation of SCP-8387-1 instances. The main SRA was later reactivated to revert any change provoked by SCP-8387. Incident: none to report. Test: 8387.FA2. Personnel: same as Test 8387.FA1. Equipment: control panel, a stereo with the song Balance of the Soul, and main and secondary SREs. Protocol: Researcher Wellington turns on the stereo, deactivates the main SRA, and activates the secondary SRAs. D-2194 started playing on the drum kit. Result: SCP-8387 divided the room into two parts, one completely black and the other completely white. According to the personnel's descriptions, they could only see pitch black due to the effects produced by the zones. On both sides, two SCP-8387-1 instances depicted an angel and a demon from Dante's Inferno. Those instances were renamed SCP-8387-1-FA2.1 and SCP-8387-2-FA2.2. Incident: SCP-8387-1-FA2.2 broke out of the containment chamber after terminating D-2194 and assaulting Researcher Stone, leaving her in a critical condition. When Researcher Wellington reactivated the SRA, SCP-8387-1-FA2.1 was terminated, and security personnel were also able to terminate SCP-8387-1-FA2.2. Addendum 8387.7 Interview. On 21/10/2023, Senior Researcher Jeremy Willington interviewed one of the POIs connected to SCP-8387 to continue the project started previously. Interviewed: Roy April, POI number 4. Interviewer: Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington. Forward: the objective of the interview was to analyze Roy April's status at the Foundation, while also gaining a perspective of the other POIs. Begin log: 21/10/2023, 16:07. Researcher Wellington: tell me, Roy, how was this month at the Foundation? Researcher Wellington takes out his tablet. POI number 4. Honestly, it was pretty good, Doc. I mean, I'm still part of a secret organization, constantly monitored, and I'm investigating someone I'm related to, as you asked a long time ago. However, it's still going pretty well. Researcher Wellington: I'm happy with what you said. Can you please tell me how the situation is with your friends? POI number 4. I must say, they're some of the best people I've ever met. I know Robert seems like an asshole, Alan has ADHD, and Samantha, she got it rough through her years. But in reality, they're all wonderful people. We made ourselves a better group, but I also feel bad for them. They wanted to stay here only for my well-being, but I wanted them to leave for obvious reasons. Roy April pauses. POI number 4. I really want to thank them, but also get mad at them for what they did to themselves. Researcher Wellington: well, it seems they really wanted this to happen, but I can't say that much. I probably know many things about you. Researcher Wellington pauses and awkwardly looks at the floor. POI number 4. You watched us through the security cameras while we played D&D, and you listened to our songs, did you? Researcher Wellington: yeah. POI number 4. Hey, it's alright. I don't blame you after all. You have to keep all of this under control, or the world will surely blow itself up if this comes out. Researcher Wellington: I'm glad you understand that, and I think that, with this, we're done for today. End of the interview. POI number 4. Thanks, Doc. POI number 4 gets up from the chair. POI number 4. Oh, and one more thing. My friends and I agreed to ask you this, but can we have a little concert here? Researcher Wellington: I'm not specialized in these kind of events, but I'll see what I can do. End log. Closing statement. After the interview,
Senior researcher Jeremy Wellington filled up his reports and met Site-67's director to discuss the next actions to take for SCP-8387 and the 4 POI connected to it. Addendum 8387.8 Brief. Following the interview on 21/10/2023 about SCP-8387, Director William Larn requested to Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington a meeting to recap the studies on SCP-8387 and decide on the next actions to take regarding SCP-8387 and the 4 POI connected to the anomaly. Video log. Director's Office. Camera 1. Date 21/10/2023. 2041. Note. Director William Larn is still making a final decision about the request brought by Senior Researcher Jeremy Wellington. The Site Director himself will transmit the final decision. Begin log. Researcher Wellington enters the Director's office and sits in a chair. Researcher Wellington.
Sorry if I'm late, sir. I have finished filling out my reports about SCP-8387. Here's everything you need.
Director Larn.
Excellent work, Wellington.
Director Larn starts reading the various documents. Director Larn.
I see you made some progress in the study of SCP-8387.
Researcher Wellington.
Yes, sir. However, we still didn't have a clue about the place of origin of SCP-8387. I'm afraid that we may have to intervene in one of the entertainer's inventory industries to obtain other information.
Director Larn.
Nah, I don't think so. Some studies may take months or even years to discover what we need, so we must be patient. Anyway, I want to check those other files.
Director Larn takes out other documents to read. Director Larn.
I see you connected the kids' files to the SCP-8387 group. All of your colleagues created another set of files for the psychology sector on POI.
Researcher Wellington.
I united those files with the SCP-8387 group because you directly requested that months ago. Those kids tried their best on the research on SCP-8387, while also not being at the center of the study, and they stayed under my supervision every day.
Director Larn.
Oh, right. I almost forgot about this. I think they did enough. I read the various reports and updates, and I'm glad of how much they united. We still need to complete the procedure, though. Administer them Class A amnestics, and bring them back to Saratoga. About SCP-8387, continue your work.
Researcher Wellington.
Well, Director, we can do those kids a little favor.
Director Larn.
And what is this favor?
Researcher Wellington.
As I were on my way here, I realized that Site-67 will be 50 years old since the day it was operational.
Director Larn.
Yes, I know that. I worked here for almost 30 years. What does this plan consist of?
Researcher Wellington.
Those kids are a part of a rock group, and they've also made a contribution, even if they're unspecialized. For me, a good way to say thank you is if they play various songs for the 50-year festival. I'll take full responsibility for the turn shifts, the presence of security, and the multiple characteristics of the festival. I even helped them make a little poster along the way here.
Researcher Wellington puts the poster on the table. Researcher Wellington.
Also, I wanted to point out that they asked for it.
Director Larn.
You surely got affected by those kids, Wellington. I generally don't do this kind of stuff here, but I could let it pass. You know that this facility is my home, but we need to organize everything perfectly, or else we are vulnerable.
Director Larn takes all the files and puts them on a shelf. Director Larn.
You can end your work, Wellington. Don't you dare spoil the possible surprise for the kids.
End log. This anomaly could be weaponized against the Foundation with minimal effort, provided we secure direct access to it. For example, having an operative play Here Comes the Sun through the drum kit could theoretically convert it into a highly concentrated solar radiation emitter. Likewise, tracks such as Don't Fear the Reaper may induce the manifestation of hostile, undeath class entities, creating volatile engagement scenarios. I'm going to forward this file to Chaos Team Theta 5, the Sound 5, our specialist in auditory and para-acoustic anomalies, to assess the feasibility of a recovery operation. Well, that concludes today's report, Researcher. Dismissed.